Let's see everything that I have packed for an undisclosed number of months in Asia with just 7 kilos of carry-on only. Hello, my name is Millie and I am on a undisclosed how long backpacking trip around Asia. And this video is everything that I'm taking with me. I'm hoping to check back in with this video in a few months and see what I regret bringing, what I wish I brought, but this is everything I have packed with me. First things first, shoes. I only brought 2 pairs of shoes with me. So I brought a hiking pair of shoes and then just like an everyday wear. So these pairs of shoes, they're a little bit dirty, but these are my Hurricane XLT2 Tevas. And these are my favorite shoes. I love these shoes. They are so great. You can go hiking in them. You can go walking in them. They're good for the beach. These shoes are just perfect for everything. One thing I will recommend, if you have the black Tevas, do something to personalize them. So I have some embroidery that my friend did for me just to differentiate them. When you're in a hostel, lots of people have black Tevas. So you do want to make them a little bit distinctive. Tevas are the perfect shoes for Asia because very often it rains, it gets very wet. And if you have dense shoes like a sneaker, they're just going to get wet and stay wet. Next up, I have my Osbos. I don't really know how to say it. These are pretty much brand new. I bought them for this trip. These are hiking shoes, so they are waterproof. They are a lot less bulky than like a full hiking boot. They're still that kind of shoe. So they also look a lot better with different outfits. These are obviously my plain shoes as well because they're a bit chunkier, they're a bit heavier. I don't really count it as a pair of shoes, but I did also bring just some cheap black thongs that pack down really small. In lots of Asian cultures, you need to take your shoes off or you have like an inside pair of slippers. So they're really good for that. Really good for bathrooms, any of those kind of concerning areas where you don't want your feet out, but they're basically an indoor shoe. So I wouldn't wear them outside because again, that kind of fits with the culture of leaving your shoes outside. So this is the Osprey Fairview 40-litre bag. This is my holy grail. I love this bag. It's so good. It opens like a suitcase, so it's really easy to get into. It has handles on the side and the top so that you can carry it like that. And then you can also zip off this back plate and it's a normal backpack. I love this bag. I think it's great. It's really comfortable to wear for long distances because of all the straps. Then it also has some good compartments as well. So it has a zip just down the side here that is for a laptop, so your laptop will be nice and safe and easy to get to. It also has a little zip up the top as well, so again you can put some like things that you're going to need to get to. What have we got in there? We have my bag weigher to actually see how much my bag weighs, and a little Christmas present. So then it has these clips on the front that just keep it nice and tight and orderly, and then it has these little pockets on the front. So these are really good for putting your shoes. You can obviously put other stuff there, but they are kind of good to put your shoes so they're not in your main bag. And then we have the main zip where everything is. So let's see what I've got in my 7 kilos. So sometimes this bag is really neat and really well organized, and then sometimes it's just chaotically thrown in there. If you do pack it well, it obviously packs down neater, which is what you want to do if you're getting carry-on flights. You want to make it look as small as possible. So we'll go through clothes first. So obviously I have the outfit that I'm wearing. So I have a little buff here that you can wear as a headscarf. You can also wear it as like a neck cover. I love that buff. So I have this tank top here, and then I also have a little brown crop top on underneath. The crop top obviously can double as a bra, but then I also tend to wear it as my kind of pajama top. Then I can also wear it to wear it with a nice outfit. And then I have just a pair of shorts. These are from Kathmandu. You can do them up with the little, you can tighten them up. The reason that I got these is because they have pockets, and because they have like that adjustable waist where I can tighten it up, I can actually put my phone in my pocket and my pants aren't gonna fall down. They're super, super lightweight. So they're really good for being in hot temperatures. So we will start with the boring bits. I just have a little stuff sack with me. So I always have a stuff sack. It doubles as my laundry bag, but it does actually have 2 little straps on the back so that you can wear it as a backpack. So if I ever need a really small, kind of uncomfortable backpack, I have that. And then because it's a stuff sack, I can pack it up nice and small. Currently, I have some socks in the wash. So I only brought 1 pair of socks with me. That does mean I only have 1 pair of socks for those hiking shoes. I do plan on wearing my Tevas most days. The hiking shoes are mainly just for travel days and if I need them, but I am definitely planning on wearing my Tevas most days. So if I end up needing another pair of socks, I can buy another pair of socks, but I do only have 1 with me. So I did actually bring 2 towels, and this is kind of the one thing that I am concerned that I have wrong. But here's why I chose 2 towels. So this is my Dock and Bay extra large towel. It's a great towel. It's really good as a shower towel. And I would never travel anywhere without a towel at all. But most of Asia will, like hotels, hostels, homestays, will supply towels. So you won't often need it. But I just feel like there's going to be a chance where I'm going to need a beach towel and a bath towel. It's great to have separate ones. Obviously, you don't want to be drying off after a nice clean shower with a sandy towel, which is why I have 2. But it is a bit of weight that I am kind of wondering if I've got right. I also have this microfiber towel from Kathmandu. It's 50 by 100 centimeters, so it is really small. Microfiber towels I don't love. They don't dry very fast, but again, great as a small beach towel. It's one of the reasons that I brought it as well is if I'm going to like waterfalls or something like that and I want to bring a towel, it's just really small and I can like clip it onto my bag, which is great. Whereas this towel is obviously like a bit bulkier. Next, I have my rain jacket. This rain jacket packs up nice and small, and this is my Torrent Shell 3L from Patagonia, and it's just a great jacket. I love it. It's got all the things that you want a rain jacket to have. It has armpit zips. It has a good hood that you can tighten up so that you don't get the rain with the little like kind of cap bit where you don't get hot. So it's really good for Asian countries where you're getting wet, but you're actually already really quite warm. And then we have my fleece. So this is kind of my airport outfit. It's basically the only warm thing that I brought with me. But I know that when you're on a bus or a plane or a train and they just have that aircon pumping, it will be freezing. So this is my one thing that's going to keep me nice and cozy. It was really important to me that I got one with a zip so that I can have it open if I don't need it to be that warm and that cozy. I then also have a beanie that my bestie knitted for me. So if I ever require a beanie or just kind of want to wear it as a hat, I have that. Now for this trip, I only brought 2 pairs of bathers, swimmers, togs, whatever you want to call them. I brought 1 bikini and 1 pair of bathers. I feel like maybe I'll need to buy another bikini at some point, but 1 is all I'm starting with. So I just wanted that 1 full body piece, especially I'm in the Maldives at the moment. You need a cover up for certain beaches, so you can't have too much cleavage and you can't have your tummy out. And a 1 piece is always good for that. Also good for some sun safety. I just wanted something that was thin, that packed up small, and that was relatively quick drying. I also brought 1 pair of bed socks, again, great for being on a bus for a long time, or if I'm worried about my foot cleanliness or I am a little bit cold in bed. And then I also have a little head scarf. I can obviously tie this to wear as like a bit of a fancy shirt, but most of the time I wear it on my head, so it's just kind of tied like that. If you've watched any of my previous packing videos, you'll know that I have normally taken pajamas and I've been on the fence as whether or not I should take pajamas. I decided for this trip to just bring a pair of boxers to wear for bed. I can wear any shirt as, you know, for that week I kind of designate it as a pajama shirt, and then obviously I can rotate it to get multiple uses out of it. Talking of shirts, so I obviously have this tank top and I have the crop on underneath, but I only brought 3 t-shirts with me. 1 brown t-shirt, I then also have a Camping Honeys merch shirt, and then I have my Kodak shirt as well. I love this shirt. It's just such a gorgeous design, but I am a little bit concerned about the fact that it is white. I also brought 1 long sleeve shirt. So this can double as, again, an extra layer for if I'm cold, but it's actually a sun hoodie. I was actually wearing it yesterday at the beach because I got a little bit burnt on this first day and I wanted to stay in the shade. So it's designed to keep you cool. It's not designed to be a warm thing, but it is SPF 50, so you are not going to get burnt in it. It has a nice little hood in it as well. So obviously I have the crop on, which kind of doubles as a bra. I did only bring 1 bralette, and then I also bought like a real sports crop. For pants, I'm obviously wearing the green shorts, and then I have a pair of bike shorts. This was really important to me that they have pockets. I just refuse to buy pants these days that don't have pockets. I then also have a pair of black linen pants with pockets. I then also have my convertible zip-off pants. If you know me, you know I love my zip-off pants. So these obviously can be long pants, and then you can zip them off here, and then they're a nice short length. They have a really good belt that you clip together and then you can tighten up. So really good for hiking, having heavy things in your pockets. I love zip-off pants. And then it's 1 pair of pants, 2 uses. I've got a pair of shorts and a long pair of pants, and they're 1 pair of pants. I then also brought 1 dress with me. So I just have this little green dress. So if I want to dress up, if I want to throw it on over the bathers. And then I brought 7 pairs of undies with me. Who knows if 7 pairs will be enough? So then inside the bag, we also have this zipped mesh area. So this is where I keep all my toiletries, all my other things I don't need quick access to when I'm on the plane. So firstly, I have my toiletries. So I have this in a clear Ziploc bag. Lots of airports these days want you to, maybe they've always have, I don't know, but you need to have them in a clear bag. So I'd either get a clear proper bag or just a Ziploc bag. I just didn't want it to weigh any more than it needed to. So a Ziploc bag will do for me. I have a toothbrush with this little like toothbrush head on it. So that is just a better option than one of those full toothbrush cases. It's just extra weight that I didn't need to carry. I have a little face wash. Because I am traveling carry-on only, it does mean all of my liquids have to be under 100 mils. So that does kind of limit what I can bring when it comes to toiletries. So I have a little refillable body wash. I love these refillable bottles because then whenever there's a hotel that has body wash, I can just refill it. I also have a sunscreen that's refillable, again, so I can refill it if someone has some sunscreen. Sunscreen was the main thing that I was concerned about bringing, the fact that I only have 90 mils of it. I want to be wearing sunscreen. I don't want to be getting burnt. And the sunscreen quality in Asia isn't quite as good as Australia. It's also quite expensive to buy. If any of my friends come out and join me, they will be expected to bring sunscreen with them. I then also have a moisturizer in the same bottle. They've all kind of got a little name written at the bottom so I don't put the wrong thing on. And I actually didn't bring shampoo and conditioner at all. Maybe I'll regret that, but I just feel like I'm going to be able to pinch it off someone at some point. Lots of hostels always have a shelf of like free things that people have left behind, and there's basically always shampoo and conditioner there. I also have a stop itch cream. I'm like allergic to every bug ever, like fine, it just that like it swells up. So I always have one of these creams just so that I stop itching. But before the stop itch cream, I actually have some Bushman's repellent. It's a liquid one that you rub on. Sprays are not great for the environment because obviously you can spray them around you and accidentally get them on trees or other bugs flying past. Obviously it's not an aerosol as well because carry on. I then have a little roll-on deodorant because aerosols, and it's a plastic one. Normally I'd have a glass one, but it just makes it lighter as well. I have a tiny toothpaste. Probably actually should have bought a new one before I came. I feel like I've got like 2 days of toothpaste left in this. I then have a little roll-on perfume just in case I want to smell a little bit nice. And I also brought some tampons with me. So I have heard that tampons can be quite difficult to find in different parts of Asia. So I brought some with me, but I am going to be here for lots of months. And I think I've probably got, I just had my period, so I've already used 1 month's worth, but I think I've probably got 2 months max of tampons with me. And that's it for toiletries. That's all I brought. I didn't bring any makeup. I don't like wearing makeup in general, but also I'm going to be sweaty. I'm just going to be sweating it off. It's extra weight, it's extra liquids. So I just didn't bring any makeup with me at all. Next, I have my kind of little medical Ziploc bag. I can't even remember what these are for, but I think one of them is for getting traveler's diarrhea and one of them's for something else like that. I then also have some aqua tabs as well. So these are little tablets that you can put in your water and they will make that safe to drink. I have just some paracetamol, painkillers, and some antihistamines as well. I then also have some Diamox for altitude sickness if I go up any high mountains. And then just a couple pads, a couple tampons, some Band-Aids, and some tablets to clean my retainer with. I then have a little passport belt. I'm not actually sure if I'll use this. It's good to just kind of have as a purse anyways, but always good in case I need to take my passport with me and I want to keep it close on me. The only thing that I don't like about these is that they're obviously flimsy, which can actually mean that you bend your passport. If you're like wearing it on your hip, you'll bend your passport, which we know that we do not want to do. You do not want to damage your passport in any way, shape or form if you can avoid it. A controversial item I have is a pee cloth. So I haven't used this yet, but a few of my travel friends and travel people that I follow have pee cloths, and I just think it's a good idea in case you have to go to a toilet where they don't have toilet paper or you have to do a bushwee or something like that, you can have a pee cloth. So a pee cloth is just a reusable cloth that you wash that you can wipe with. It has a little popper so that it does up. You use the black side. I haven't used it yet, and it's like microbial, whatever it is, so that it's like not going to get gross, and then you just wash it. I then have my retainer. I also bought a couple hydrolytes just in case I get traveler's diarrhea or just if I'm not drinking enough water. I also brought a spare battery for this camera. So the next few items are some of my travel holy grails that I completely swear by. I think every trip, kind of no matter where you're going, you should take them. One of those is a Lifestraw drink bottle. So a Lifestraw is a filtered drink bottle. It has a little filter in there, and it basically just means you can drink any water. So I can drink tap water from Bali, you can drink it from a stream, and it will make it drinkable and safe to drink. I also really would recommend that you get this squishy one, because as you drink from it, it obviously shrinks and is smaller and is lighter. So I normally have it, I have a little carabiner on it and I clip it to my shoulder bag. And so then as I'm drinking it, it's getting smaller and smaller, so I can fit it inside my bag, or it's just getting lighter as well, and it's not bulky. For that, if you are traveling for more than a month, you also need some little items to keep it clean and working. Whenever you buy Lifestraw, you get this little pump with it that you kind of attach onto the filter to flush out the filter in case there's any things in it that you need to clean. I also brought a replacement filter with me. So you need to change out the filter. I'll put on the screen how many liters it is where you need to change out the filter. And again, when my friends come out and visit me, I will get them to bring another filter with them. So this is my little handbag that I always have with me. This is just from Uniqlo. I always have carabiners on everything of mine. And then obviously have my sunnies. I just have a cheap pair of sunnies. They probably should be polarized, but I just wanted a cheap pair so that if they break, if I lose them, if they get washed away, it's not like a big sad, oh no, those are my Ray-Bans. I then obviously have my passports. So I just keep these in a little case to keep them a little bit safer. I also have my traveler vaccination checkbook. Certain countries that you go to require you to have it as like a checkbook like this. So I always get my vaccinations put in there. And one of my holy grails is Tile. So Tile is a company, it's like an air tag, and it's a little tracker. So I have this little credit card one that I put in with my passports so that if I ever lose my passports, I can hopefully find them if they stay together. And then I have these little Tile ones that go in everything. So I have one in my main bag, I have one in my handbag, I've got one in my little day pack, and then I also have one in my purse. So and I also have one in my camera. So all of my like important items have a tracker in them, and it actually comes in handy. If you happen to leave your camera in KL when you're getting a flight to the Maldives and you forget your camera, you'll be able to find it just in case you did that. I obviously have my little camera bag that has this camera and all of its important bits in it. I also brought a film camera. I just love film. I love the way that the photos look. I love that you take one photo and it looks how it looks. It is a little bit heavy. It does mean I'm gonna have to develop it and carry around some film, but I'm okay with that. I then also have this cute little purse that my friends got me. It then also has my bank cards. So I use Up and Wise. I haven't actually used Wise yet. I'm excited to use it. Everyone raves about it. And when you're traveling, it's really good to be able to send money internationally, not only just to pay for things, but also if you're traveling with a group of Brits or Germans, let's say, and someone pays for something and you need to pay them back. If you're an Aussie, you can only pay Aussie bank accounts with your money. So a Wise card will let you transfer to other people. I also wanted to have 2 physical cards in case, God forbid, an ATM eats my card at some point. So Up is my preferred bank. It's my bank in Australia. I've raved about it before. I will continue raving about it. It has really good or minimal conversion fees. And then you can have the physical card, and that's also the digital card I have on my phone. And I don't normally keep them together because obviously if I lose my purse, I still want to have a card with me. I have some chip clips. So these are just good for sustainability. Also have a good quality pen. You're always going to need a pen in an airport. Have a little lip balm. See, I've got my Tile in there. I then also have some SeaBands. So I get motion sick on boats, planes, cars, everything. These are little bands that you put on your wrists. They press into a pressure point. I believe they work. I don't care if it's placebo. They do the job for me. And then I also have some loop earplugs. So these are obviously good for traveling and then sleeping in hostels and someone snoring, having these with you. And then for this trip, I bought wired headphones and I actually left my AirPods at home. I knew I wanted wired ones when I'm on a plane for a really long time. I'm on a bus, my Bluetooth ones die on me, but I actually decided to leave the other ones at home because I was like, don't really need to have both. I also have heard bring wired headphones for the Ha Giang Loop in Vietnam. You'll be on the back of the bike for a really long time. You don't want your music dying. So having wired ones is essential. I also have some little butterfly clips to do my hair. I also have my eye mask. Always have an eye mask. I wear an eye mask at home anyways, but obviously good for when you're on a plane, a train, and you want the light blocked out. And finally, we have my day pack. So this is the only naughty thing because I'm doing carry-on. That bag I just showed you is already like 7 kilos. It was like 6.5 when I flew over, but I do also have this other bag. I'm sure I'm gonna get in trouble at some point for having it, but I just hope that the amount of money I save getting carry-on only flights will be more than the fines I pay for going overweight. I have a little neck pillow. I tried traveling without a neck pillow on my first backpacking trip, and I was just so uncomfortable. It is just something that you want to have with you. The bag I actually got is the Nakie 30-litre folding bag. So this bag you can fold into a tiny little backpack, which was important for me so that if I need to only have one bag with me, I will get more practice with making it neater, but that is how small it folds up, and it's like 300 grams. And it's actually still quite comfortable. The straps could be a little bit thicker. I'd love it if they were thicker. Also have a hip strap. So that was important for me. If I'm going to use this, you know, as a day pack on a hike, I want it to be able to take some of that weight so that I'm not really uncomfortable. And it's got quite a few pockets, which again is important to me. So it has a little pocket for your drink bottle. It has a pocket in here, a little zip. Then it has a little kind of like shoe pocket where you can slip stuff down behind. And then it also has an internal pocket. Let's see what we've got. Oh, I have a pair of undies just in case I ever get separated from my big bag and I need them. I have a little shopping bag that folds up really small so that when I need a shopping bag, I don't have to get a plastic one. I have my glasses case for when I'm not wearing them. I have a little fan that I bought in Bali. You're just always going to need a fan at some point, so brought it with me. Oh, sorry, I bought that in Vietnam. And I didn't pack this before I came, but on my Malaysia Airlines flight, they have like pretty sturdy cutlery. So I actually just took it with me. So now I have cutlery if I'm on the road. And then I also have a little packet of creamer in there. They give you like a powdered creamer when you're on the plane. And again, I thought that might come in handy. Then in the main body, I have my laptop. So I've got a little case for it just so that it doesn't get broken. Laptop is the heaviest thing. That is what makes this bag really heavy. Otherwise, I'd be able to get away with 7 kilos quite easily. I plan on just carrying my laptop when I'm getting on flights anyways, because I'll want to use it on the flight and then it's not going to add to the weight. But it's necessary. I needed to edit the vlogs. I needed to do some work. I just needed a laptop. In my laptop case, I obviously have my laptop, but I also have some paper copies of both of my passports. I also have my international driver's license. It's ridiculous how big an international driver's license is, and it's a piece of paper. So I wanted to keep it somewhere where it's flat and safe. And I also have a little birthday card so that I can open that on my birthday. So I also have a 5-litre dry bag. So this is just really good for going to the beach, making sure your stuff doesn't get wet. I could also use it as a laundry bag if I needed. I then have a phone case to take my phone underwater, but I am a bit stressed about using it. I got it from Kmart. It was $9. So I just don't know if I should put my multi-$1,000 phone in a $9 case and then submerge it in water. I'm hoping it'll be fine, but where possible, I'm gonna use someone else's phone. I have my power bank. I would love to get a lighter power bank, but power banks are just quite heavy. And then I have all of my cords in here. And then I only have one international plug with me. So I would love to get one of those like box ones where you can change out the different prongs so that it can fit different countries. And I may end up having to get one of those at some point. But most of Asia uses the European plug, which is the 2 little circle prongs. As you can see, my plan is to take what is absolutely necessary and then plan on the kindness of strangers. When you travel solo, you're by yourself, but you're never alone. You're always in hostels with other people. You can always borrow stuff from other people. People are so helpful. If I get stuck, someone will help me. And if I have to buy it, I have to buy it. So I have my little Kobo, it's not actually a Kindle, so that I can read books on the go. I bought it especially for this trip. I love reading and I can read quite a lot when I'm in the mood. So I didn't want to just have physical books. Not only are they big and they're bulky, but then when I finish it, what do I do with it? Finding books in English in certain countries is really hard, so I just figured I would get a reader. I also have a little notebook, so I wasn't planning on bringing this with me, but all of my work colleagues wrote notes in there as like a little farewell present, and I am planning on stealing my friend's idea of everyone I meet, getting them to write a little piece of advice in this book, and if I want to journal, I will use this book. I have a little comb, and I also have some padlocks. So important to take padlocks. I have 3 with me. I'm not quite sure I need 3. 2 of them are mine. One is one that I have ended up with somehow throughout my travels. But you want to get these ones that are flimsy like this. Different hostels will just have different hooks, little latches, and you might need it to be really quite small. You might need it to be flexible so it can bend shapes so that you can lock up your locker, and then having a code means I'm not going to lose my key and I'm never going to get locked out of my padlock. I also brought 1 roll of film as well. So obviously my film camera had a roll in it, and then I've got a spare roll with me. And that is absolutely everything that I have brought for a undisclosed amount of time traveling predominantly around Asia. Please leave in the comments what you think I should have brought, things that you think I might not need, and then also make sure you like and subscribe to follow my vlogs as I travel all around Asia as a solo female backpacker. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.